So I've started the recording. Clear off that thing out of your way, and we'll get down to it.
Hi there.
So I'll go ahead and mute and find your seat, and then we'll do some Tai Chi. Okay. So just a moment of, go ahead and mute yourself for me, Karen. I had you muted already. There you go. So a comfortable seat, vertical axis line, breathing. And just remember that in the gait class, as well as in this class, one of the common bits is this settled center down around this area and a central axis sort of floating uprightness in the body. And so when we're walking, but also when we're, doing our Tai Chi type movements and all of this stuff, that is a constant. That's that central sort of floating meditation posture. So when we're opening in this meditation, you want to cultivate that feeling because that goes with us as we get up. So nasal breathing, mind and body, networking in sort of a soft and relaxed way. Scanning through the body, sensing anywhere that there's grip, hold, or tension, allowing the possibility of ease to pervade the whole body. Just about 8 breaths here. And hands on your thighs, sliding hands forward, dropping the head a little bit, sliding hands back, gently arching. Just do 3 of each of these opening movements. After you finish that third one, go right into your rotations, just softly reaching one hand forward, turning the body to the other side, and then switching. And back to the middle, lateral, sideways, adding to it this floating wrist. As you lean to the right, and then lean to the left. And back to middle. Scoot a little bit back. Load. Push. Load and switch. Continue. Just getting the whole functional movement of the leg working. All the joints, a little bit of a, satisfying usage. And then float the foot out, point and flex, just get the foot and ankle. We got pointing, flexing, then we've got invert, evert. Then we've got circle. And we got reverse circle. And other foot, point and flex. Invert, evert. So after point and flex, you got invert, evert. And circles. And other direction circles. And down. Scoot to the front edge. Swivel steps. Turning 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And back in 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, 2, 3, 4, and open. Back, 2, 3, 4. Let's do other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. Once more. And out. And walk it in. Middle. Neutral legs. Let's fold. Turn those arms, elbows point a little forward. And then sit up. Lean a little bit back. And sit up. Bow forward, turning on the hands on the knee joint there. And up. And lean back. And upright. And then let's stand up and sit down, sliding the feet back just a little bit. Arms loose. Fold. Standing, pushing through the earth, rising nice and tall. Butt goes back, sink, land, sit vertical. Easy, fluid movement. And 3 times where you do not sit in the chair, tail goes back just the amount needed to allow you to sink right through this little Taoist Tai Chi squat. And again, what makes it sort of Tai Chi is that we're thinking opening along the back. So when you squat down, you're not cranking the muscles of your back like that. You're letting them be open and kind of soft and round along the back to keep those channels open. That doesn't mean you collapse and round. It just means you're not forcing yourself back that way. So just a nice little gentle sliding through that space. And then stay vertical. And I'm going to move my chair. You keep your chair where it is for safety. And standing. And we rock a little bit to the balls of the feet. Back to the middle. Back to the heels a little bit. And middle. Toes. Middle. Heels. Middle. Add to that as you rock from the shoulders, just let those arms swing a little forward. And when you rock back, the arms naturally swing back like pendulums. Little rock, little rock. Then rock. As you rock back, stay back, open the shoulder gate space here, the shoulder wells. Arms float up, rock forward, the arms sweep around and out beyond, palms face up. Rock back, the hands come past. Rock to the middle, the hands come to the middle. Then butt sneaks back, arms slide to straight as you sink for that release down and through. And then push through the earth and come back to standing. Rock back, arms float back and up. Rock forward, cast out through the fingertips. Rock back, hands come back past the mouth. Rock middle, hands come to middle. Tail sneaks back and sinks as you let the arms release. So let's do that twice more. Over time, this is one of the most enjoyable movements because it can be executed with this hydraulic liquid mode of body movement. Right? So, and really that's true for all the various Tai Chi and Qigong movements, is that you learn more and more to execute it with that soft quality. And so then over time, by training these movements with the right softness, then you're able to use that softness to do more and more and more. And Shogun, wings, turn palms up and over, settle. So now Qigong and Tai Chi. People say, what's the difference? So Qigong what we'll do first. It's movements in groups of 2 or 3 or 4 that all sort of work on a particular aspect or function. And then you pause like this, you close, and then you do a different little one. And so a Qigong form or set is just multiple little modules that you play with. So hands crossed. First module, left, right, yin yang. So that's similar to when we were on our chair and just leaning sideways. But what we're working on here is reaching softly down through the hand that's going down. This one floating up sort of as an afterthought. This foot emptying and the weight going through that leg. And then change. And so at first, this movement is done very much with the outer body, right? Like you're moving to get all those parts moving. But over time, what you start to find is the internal mechanism of change, right? So this is empty. And then I'm going change. Now this is empty. And you're finding the way through to create this empty full. And it's also giving our brain an experience of ups and downs, right? Of empties and fulls, ups and downs. Then we turn it into left and right wheel, which adds a different element, which the high hand goes forward. The low hand comes under and back. And then there's a wheeling and a wheeling. And the hand that's coming up and under the arm, it's like you're going to try and tickle your armpit. So it's that particular sort of interesting pathway where a lot of times people think they need to come around this way to get there, but there's this path through. So try to find that unique route and just unfurling. And these practices are a lot like, I always think of the octopus. That's the feeling you start to have through your limbs, is that even though, yes, you have bones and joints and all that, it's almost as if you don't. It can move as if it's like a tentacle, right? Reverse this. So the hand that's up high comes under like you're going to tickle the armpit and goes down the backside. comes under and forward as this hand goes under. And we just kind of walk in place. Use the wheels. It's called left and right wheel. And you're still over time finding that internal mechanism where all these wheels and movements can happen from the middle of your body. And then there's two more in this little family of movements. So high hand, lead with the heel of the hand, pressing, press down as this hand comes up empty, loose and relaxed. And then press straight down alongside the body as you come up. And then press. And you're changing, 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 change. Make sure you're going into the leg of the hand that's going down and emptying that other leg, and then changing. So now the other leg is empty, and then change, change. And then the last one in this family, the high hand turns palm up and falls like a leaf as this hand rises up. So it's called left, right, falling leaf. Roll that one over as this one turns over, and they change, and they change. So a simple set like this of movements, and we're doing fewer than you would do if you were really diving into the form. We're doing fewer number of reps. And then both hands down. So let's just do that family of movements again, starting from the top, left, right, yin yang. Notice how they kind of grow into each other. So this one, left, right, yin yang, Sally. Notice my hands aren't going far away from my body. They're very close. Very close, right in front. Changing leg to leg. Make sure you're in your left leg when your left hand is down. And you're in your right leg when your right hand is down. And then you're in your left leg when your left leg is down. Now, wheel. Forward. Octopus tentacles. Reverse the wheel. So this is a little set you could play with when you're just standing around or you're feeling a little achy in your body. It's really a good one to just getting some of that deep intrinsic stiffness out of the niches, nooks, and crannies of the body. And then left, right, pressing palm. Pressing palm. This one gives us an opportunity, once we've opened all those little spaces, to emphasize letting our body weight go through to the earth, through that leg, and then through. So that heel of hand pressing down emphasizes that down, down, down. And then left, right, falling leaf, we try to make that down, soft, relaxed. And both hands down, shogun, meaning closing gesture, where we just let the body digest, process what we just did. A couple moments, breathing. Now, fingertips softly touch, hands extend forward till they're somewhat straight ahead of you, open, Big open. Palms should be facing each other like this, and they open all the way out. Notice when I turn sideways, my arms do not crank back that way. So think open, open, open space, and then back together. As you open, go into your right leg, shift to your right leg. So Sally, you can turn and face forward. I just turned sideways to show you something, but facing forward is, so I'm going into my right leg, you go into your right leg, open, close. Open as you go into your right leg, close, go into your left leg. Open, close, open, close. Continue, open, close. Close. One more. So that's the upper basin. Close. Hands come right down in front of the belly. Elbows are a little more bent. Now we open, close, open, close. Two more. Just gets the starch out of the body, opens and closes the spaces. And drop the hands right in front of the groin area. Now they swing out and up, swing down. Open, close, open, close. Three more. All these movements can be executed with just this easy, loose quality. So it's like weightlifting for the chi, weightlifting for your hydraulic system, which if we put weights in our hands, we'd have to start using the leverage system. So we're training this chi system. Let's go ahead into Shogun, settling. And one arm pendulum back, other arm pendulum forward. And empty the leg of the arm that's back. Then as you swing those arms, change the weight in the leg. So now the other leg is empty. And then change, 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 swing. Kind of as if you're walking in place. Change the weight each time. Change the weight each time. Leg to leg. And let the arms come settle. Ring the temple bell. One hand comes across this side, other hand around behind, hitting with the back of the hand. So the body will naturally turn if you loosen up and let it just gently swing. Let the arms swing. As the arms loosen, they might swing a little further away from the body, right? We might start, if I turn sideways, you can see they're very close, but then over time, they might go further out and hit higher up in the body. So you can allow for that if and when those spaces open up. So then you start hitting almost the kidney area and the liver and spleen in the front, and then just slowly relax, back down, and release. Then we bring the hands up, touching the shoulders, turn the palms to face, swing, up, swing. Now we're accustomed to that one. What we add to this is a little bit of a sit. So you see how my butt is just a little bit sitting. And then when I come up, I stand up. So there's a little kind of boom. And it can feel kind of like skiing or something, like a little shoom, up, shoom, up, shoom. And now watch me for this one. We want to stay kind of in this little bounce. So there's this little quality of this kind of shaking loose of the body. And notice I'm never coming up right quite yet. So go ahead and join me on that. Swinging. Freeing up the body. And then let's come all the way up. And release. Down. Last few things in this. Weight shifts a little bit to the balls of the feet. And then come up and down on your heels. So you're in the balls of your feet and you're just going up, down, up. Loose. Right? And to the degree that you can let go, there's sort of a wiggle waggle, Gumby body that you want to feel there. And then settle. Legs a little in, out, in, out. All right, so at first you have to kind of go in, out, in, just to get that direction. Then once you get that direction, then you can make it very small and just go in, out, in, out, in, out, and get a little shake, a little loosening of the spaces in here. Then one heel up a little bit, and as that heel goes down, lift the other heel. And once you get that idea, then make it very small, like a little lift and a little lowering, alternating, and you should feel the buttocks shake, the tailbone shake a little bit. You might even be able to feel it all the way up to the neck and skull, a sort of loosening, like a ripple going up through. And this one's a little tricky. Float. So notice what's moving here in the shimmy is the rib cage at this joint, and the shoulders kind of staying stable, kind of. And you're getting that shake loose there. Wrists and forearms. So look at my forearms, Sally. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through just that little set right there, little bounce and shake set. So first, shift the weight in the balls of your feet, up and down, everything loose. Really great for the nervous system, down regulation, great for the lymphatic system to loosen up stagnation there. Settle, in and out with the legs. Then heel alternating, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of like you're running in place. Shimmy. Loose. Wrists and forearms. So that whole set, that had quite a few, let's go to Shogun, quite a few different movements, but all of them were sort of the quality of what they call shui shou, like throwing the body, flinging the body, slinging the body. Really it means arms, but trying to get loose these places where we're grabbing on. And hands come down. Now let's move into our Tai Chi work here. So rock a little forward, hands float a little forward. Rock a little back, hands swing a little back. Rock forward, this is pung, rising. Rock back and let that draw the hands back. And they settle just a little bit. So look where my hands are. They settle just a little bit. Rock forward. They exude forward out through the fingertips. That's called G. It's the energy of forward movement, like a wave going up the shore. Turn the palms to face each other. Hands just fall. Tickle both armpits. Come up the back. And now from here, this is like an unfurling of the joints. Push forward through the back of the hands, and then the elbows and the wrists and the fingers all sort of unfurl. And then we've got Lu, which is that quality of a wave coming back from the shore to the depths of the ocean. Pung again, rising. Slide back and settle again. And then this is on. The heels of both hands press down along the sides of the body, and then soften the hands, squat, and rise back up. We do that again. Rock, rock back. Pung or rising, rock back, and settle just a little. Rock forward, exude. Turn the palms, rock back. They come under, up the armpit, out through the backs of the hands. And then Lu, sliding, gliding down. Pung again, rising. Slide back to settle, and then on, or the trough of a wave, or that suctioning quality. And then through. Rock, rock. Pung to G. Comes over, up, under. Now. Lu. Pung. On. Sung, soft, supple, through, and release. All right. Now here, shift a little to your right leg, turn the belly button a little right, hands just swing softly across. Shift left leg, turn softly left, hands swing a little bit across. Then the next round. So we're going to do this sort of feeling many times, one after another, but that doesn't mean each round looks or feels the same. Each round actually should feel just a little bit different as you loosen. You let the movements loosen up spaces and use the freedom and quality of softness to allow the hand to explore its spiral. So that comes around, and then that comes around. And as that space opens up, the bear washing paw becomes the bear swirling the stream. So again, if I turn sideways, you can see the hand now going around, coming in close and around. And then that naturally becomes the bear snatching the low jumping fish across. And you can almost envision the bear too, big old bear with a big strong back and just these big sort of clumsy movements, but the power from the middle. So again, Sally, notice how this hand comes up over here before it then comes across. And then it change. Cross, change. And the fish jump a little higher, so the bear paws start swinging a little higher. But it doesn't require more effort or strength. It's more like more softness, more ease, allows you to move through your hydraulic liquid spaces and just cover more ground. So now these final ones are sort of up high and over the top. Up high, over the top. And let's do that little progression again. So slow it back down, come to stillness, and then do that bear progression again. So it's a little shift and a little turn, and the hands move a little. And a shift and a turn, the hands move a teensy bit more. And then the next one, there's even more of that sort of washing your paws in the stream. And then this next one, even just a smidgen more. And then maybe even more on that one where they start to really sweep through space. And at some point, hand starts to travel a little bit away from the body and around. Start swirling the stream, which soon becomes snatching the low jumping fish. And the middle jumping fish. Higher jumping fish. And that highest jumping fish with the big round over the top. Big round over the top. Now, as you come over to your left side, stay here. As that left arm comes up and right hand goes down, turn the palm up and fold. So now, a little more sophisticated movement, brush, knee, and push. Shift, turn, bottom hand, brush, top hand, push. They happen together, brush and push. Then top hand comes down, bottom hand rises up, roll, fold. Shift, turn, brush, and push. They change. Shift, turn, brush, push. Continue. So we're over here, we get to this place, then the whole body. And then you let the hands go, they naturally orbit back. Brush and push. Brush, push. And the next time you're over in your left side, stay there. Now, right foot should be empty-ish. Step it behind, toes turn slightly out. Sit through that back leg. Right hand descends, left elbow bends. Empty left foot, touch very lightly on the floor. Just touch. Then bring that foot back, heels near each other. Change the weight through the left leg. As left hand comes down, right elbow bends, and touch very lightly. Bring the foot back, change. Bring the foot back, change. Bring that foot back, change. Back, change. Now, staying here, option to lift, down, lift, down. This is where it would be useful to have like a little countertop nearby or a chair, and you're just working on not upsetting the teacup. And bring that foot down and change sides, get yourself established, and then lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Bring that foot back. Now we do it flowing. Shift. As the hands are changing, you're emptying that right leg, and then bring that knee up. Set it down with no body weight in it, and then change. Set it down, no body weight, change. set it down, change. One more of each. Change. Both down, bear, wash, pause. Now, the next time you come over to the left, stay there. The right hand will go up. So we got a cloud, lake, shift right, turn right. We got cloud, lake. Then the cloud rains down, the lake vapors up. So Sally, come back over here. Yeah, so now your left hand is high, your right hand is low. Be very clear, so they're not like half and half. They're clearly one high, one low. And then shift, turn, we've got cloud up high, lake down low. And then they exchange positions. Then we shift, turn. And then they change positions. We shift, turn. Continue doing that. Shift, turn. Remember what I was discussing at the beginning? Not sure how many of you are here for that, but your meditation posture is undisturbed. So the same thing you practice if you practice seated meditation, that quality of internal ease and alignment, that just is retained in all the positions of Tai Chi, whether it's stooped or tipped or one-legged. And last one. Now as we come across to this side, left hand under, right hand over, right? So now we've got bottom hand coming in this diagonal direction, right? It's going from low to high and it's going away from the body like you're throwing a frisbee. That's one of the descriptions. Top hand is doing a down karate chop kind of thing. Time those two together. So come back to your holding ball. As you shift left, turn left, throw the frisbee and downward karate chop at the same time. It's called stroking wild horse's mane or parting the wild horse's mane. And then turn left palm out, right palm up. One down, one up. And turn and gather. So now you're back to this starting position. Then shift left, turn left. Bottom hand goes diagonal flying. Top hand's going downward chop. Turn both palms, one away, one up. Shift and regather. Parting wild horse mane. And regather. Continue a couple more. So it's slow, slow, tracking, 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 boom. Turn palms. Tracking, tracking, tracking. Back. One more. Now we're going to switch sides just simply by bringing right hand across underneath, left hand over top. Now we're on this side and we've got that diagonal bottom hand like a frisbee, top hand downward chop. Put those two together while shifting, turning, flying diagonal, and then coming back around and through. Parting wild horse mane. And back around and through. So it's like you're threading, lacing the chi, you could say. It's at least an interesting narrative or idea, sort of a poetic image of threading this life force through the channels as you're moving through these intricate little spirals and pathways. One more. Now we're going to do this same one, except we're going to switch sides each time. So sweep, come over top, go back the other way. Stay on this side, sweep under, come over top. Sweep under, come over top. Under, come over top. Once more, make the ball. And then bring right hand around the outside, left hand turn back to middle, middle, settle in the middle. Just a moment in shogun. So all that allowing of the chi to play in the body. And then we just train it, come back to middle, settle. Find your still point. And then we'll play again in a moment. Hands cross slightly and come down alongside you. So now in the legs, body weight shift to your right leg a little, turn and pigeon toe the left leg. So that's not just the foot, that's the thigh bone in the hip socket internally rotate, right? So internally rotate, then shift into that leg, turn the body so your belly button points to that wall, right? It should be your right wall, and be up on the heel of this foot here, right? Then you'll turn back and pigeon toe both legs, and we're going to switch sides. So you shift into the right leg and turn open. So you're pointing this way. And you should never not be facing the camera. So Karen, it looked like you went around the far distance. Make it simpler. You just pigeon toe facing the camera, facing forward. So it looks like, yeah, so you should be facing this way with your legs like this, and then you just turn. And then you face the camera and turn. And I'm going to do a little close-up on my feet here so you guys can see that. So pigeon toe, roll out. Pigeon toe, shift, roll out. It's one of the most efficient ways to change directions, in fact, is get to this position and then turn open to the other side. And it can be done effortlessly. Effortless, effortless, right? So keep that in mind. Do that a few more times. Let me adjust my camera. Now, next time you're facing your right wall this way, right? So I'm your mirror. Stay there. The foot that's out, that's the longer arm. Place that out there in space. And the other hand, bend the elbow and have the hand up. And so now if I face the camera, you can see one arm is longer than the other. So Sally, it should be your right arm extended further, your right arm. Yep. And then your left hand is here. So they're not equal to each other. There's this position. It's called play guitar. So Karen, I think you need to switch your hands like that. So whichever foot it is that's out there on the heel, that's the hand that's out beyond, right? So now turn your palms down, and it's called pet the tiger. Sweep down like you're petting the spine of a tiger, and then swing the hands back up. Do that again. Palms face down. They sweep down and both come in front of the body, and then swing up like pendulums and settle into that play guitar. And remember, part of what you're wanting to do here is be able to track not being symmetrical, right? That's one of the challenges of Tai Chi, is that there's this round asymmetrical quality, not robotically straight. So down, And notice how this, yeah, exactly. This arm is in front, and then pendulum, swing up, down, swing up. Okay, so now the next time you swing those hands down, pigeon toe that right foot, pigeon toe, and then roll open on the other side, play guitar. Swing down, swing up, down, up, down, up. Now on this next swing, we change sides, but do it with effortless quality. Releasing, pigeon toe, changing, floating up. They fall slowly, pigeon toe, change the weight, follow that circle to the other side. Down, pigeon toe, get out of the way and let that float up. Down, switch, turn, soft, soft. It's called play guitar. Loose and feeling this float, 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 float. Arrive with ease, soft, just getting out of the way. Easy, float, soft, pigeon toe, shift, easy. One more. Now, as the hands come down, parallel your feet. And let's basically finish by going over everything we just did as a sort of flow, right? So a Tai Chi form officially would be one move, going to a different move, going to a third move, to a fourth move, to a fifth, sixth, seventh, and then maybe you repeat something. And so that's why it becomes very, very difficult for people to learn Tai Chi. But we're doing Tai Chi almost like a Qigong method, and so it's easier to learn it, and then maybe you learn a form at some point. So let's do that little opening bit. Rock forward, rock back. Pung to G. Pung. Slide back and settle. G. Hands come down, under, up, over the top and out. Lu. Pung to on. Press. Sung, soft, loose, supple. Twice more that module. Little forward, little back. Pung to G. Under, as if to tickle the armpit, come over the top. Lu. Pung. Slide back. Press. Sung. Come right back up. So you sink a bit and then you just push through the earth, come right back up, rock a little forward, rock a little back. Pung, rising. Slide back and settle the hands a little bit. G. So Sally, are you able to see that? So we'll do it again. So watch my hands and do it with me. Forward, back. Now, when I say pung, I mean rising energy. So that's pung, slide back and settle. G, come underneath. Up, under, as if you're going to tickle your armpit, come out. Loop. Palm. Back and press. And then down. Loose. The bear washes paws, and really just the bear in the river is just all those movements, washing paws that then become a little larger movement, which become the larger movement of swirling the string, which soon become grabbing that fish or swatting the fish out of the sky where the palm is facing sideways. Just changing weight, fish jump a little higher. Higher. Big old sort of clumsy movements of the bear. And then on this next one, go to that more sophisticated movement of brush, knee, and push. So that's wing, roll, fold. Shift, turn, brush, and push. Repeat. Brush and push. Brush and push. Brush and push. One more, each way. Now stay over here, go into that golden rooster. This foot is empty, steps a little behind. Sink through, that left hand goes, or I'm sorry, right hand goes down, left side lifts. Put that foot down empty, change. Set the foot down empty, change. Down, change. Down, empty, change. One more. Now on this, we're going into cloud hands. So the hand that's up high turns into a cloud as we step. And it's cloud lake, vapor rain, cloud lake, vapor rain. You might add that bring the foot in, step the foot out challenge that I've shown you many times. And stroking the wild horse's mane. Repeat on that side. Embrace the moon. So, Sally, that right hand needs to go that way as the left hand goes that way. Then one goes down, one up, one under, one over. Very good. And then again, right hand's going down and away as left hand's going up and away. Now stay on your left side, sweep right hand under, left hand over, and a few on this side. So try to be clear on what hand's up, what hand's down, what hand's under, which one's over. And then the lower hand's going to end up high, the high hand's going to end up low. So that's that challenge for the brain and the nervous system. That's what Tai Chi has to offer everyone, but especially Parkinson's, right? And other things that are nervous system based issues, is that it's just directly at the level of the motor, neural, muscular, motor coordination challenge. And it's emphasizing soft and smooth. All right. And last one. Now sweep that left hand under, right hand comes down. Wash your paws. Wash your paws. As you come across this way, pigeon toe, shift, play guitar. And let's just hold play guitar for a moment. Standing meditation. So Sally, let me be your mirror. So you should be facing your right wall. Yep. And you're in your, this is my right leg, but your left leg. And you're here, right? So standing meditation. One arm is just straight, right? But it's Tai Chi straight. It's not bent. It's not locked. It's a tentacle, loose. This one, lifted. The hands facing the midline, right? But notice in my hands, I'm not doing that, not doing this, not doing anything, but yet there's a fullness to them. Now turn your palms down, pet the tiger. As you do, pigeon toe, switch sides, float up and hold. So again, I'll come close so you can see. You should be facing that way now. This arm is straight-ish. This arm is floating. Palms face down, sweep down, pigeon toe. So you're facing forward. Pigeon toe here and that way. Hands come down, pigeon toe facing forward this way. Down, that way. Down, this way, and then middle. Shogun, closing gesture. Just let everything that you let out to play settle, settle, settle to your middle. And then seal. Here's the belly button. 1, 2. 5 breaths here. Soft shoulders, relaxed body, easy breath. And the closing position, little Taoist bow, grab, fold, makes a little yin yang symbol, and done. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a seat, chill out. Feel free for any questions.